Howdy, friends. Steve DePoe here for the Rose Realty team with this week's Real Estate Vlog for North Texas. 3 tips for painless downsizing. I didn't know, I thought painless downsizing was like an oxymoron, okay? Didn't even know it existed until I researched this. But before we get going, a favor. I've been asking you for the last couple of weeks. Many of you have been really responsive and really nice about it. Hey, here's our YouTube channel. Let's do Real Estate Texas. If you could go into YouTube, find our channel. Let's do Real Estate Texas, and like and subscribe to us. Doesn't cost you anything. Gives you information about. First of all, it's a repository for all my vlogs, and then at the same time, it'll give you an update when I update a vlog or we add a new one to it or just a new video. It'll give you those updates. It's really pretty cool. It'll keep you up to date. At the same time, right down over here next to my name, stevescard.us is my web-based electronic business card. If you could download that, it's chock full of information. It's got links to the move process, the buy process, information about the Rose Realty team. It's got information about our my weekly vlogs. It's got information, just a whole bunch of information, and it also allows you to get in contact with me and the Rose Realty team when you need us. Or it also will allow you to share that e-business card with friends and family. So we really appreciate that. The YouTube channel and my e-business card, really appreciate it. So right now, the 3 tips to a painless downsizing. So first of all, let's understand something. Moving to a smaller residence basically means getting rid of a lot of stuff, right? You're going to go from your 42 or 4,500 square foot house down maybe to 3,000 or 2,000 or something like that, right? So you're going to have to, number one, get rid of a lot of stuff. A move manager can actually help with this kind of process of understanding what you want to keep, what you can keep, and how to kind of get rid of the stuff that you can't keep. There's less mess and less stress on you, and it makes your move a lot easier and a lot painless. Okay, so a study was done, and about 66% of retirees and seniorish type of people figured that they would have to pay to move into some sort of senior living environment, whether that's a senior living home, an active adult community, something like that. They feel that they have to sell their house and pay to move into one of these communities. You know, Medicaid wasn't going to help. Social Security wasn't going to help if it still exists, right? And so they were really going to have to pay for it. There's a lot of tough decisions that have to be made: what to keep, what to throw out, and how to get rid of some of that stuff that you're no longer going to keep. And essentially what that meant was what people kind of procrastinated, and it delayed the process. Well, what we're finding out, especially this year in 2021 so far, is prices just keep on rising. And that's not just your average house, you know, down the street or around the corner, but it's also accounts for people who are going to move into a senior or an adult type community, right? Those prices are also rising for the build and the purchase and those kinds of things. So essentially, the sooner you do it, the better. At the same time, let's face the facts. Your house has never been worth more than it is right now. And so if you jump on it right now, you do 2 things. You're going to get the most for your current house that you're ever going to get. And at the same time, you're going to lock in a price on the place you're going to, whether it's a senior adult living community or active adult community like Robeson Ranch, or like like the other places like in Savannah, up by 360 by Little M, or any place else. You lock in your price and rate right now. It's not going to continue to go up. Okay. So why is it so difficult? Well, that's pretty easy, right? You're living in a house right now that you've customized for you. Maybe you built it. Maybe you built the house and you've raised your family. You've spent years there, maybe decades, and you raised your family there. It's got a lot of great memories. It's, you know, you got the little marks on the door jamb of when how tall people were and how tall kids were and that kind of stuff. But you know what? You figure now's the time for us. We're empty nesters. We're thinking about retiring in 3 or 4 or 5 years or something like that, and we want to take those next steps. Well, that's why it's so difficult, is to kind of leave those memories and leave that kind of family-ish kind of thing behind, and then go into a smaller house, maybe an apartment, maybe an adult apartment, those kinds of things. And you have to figure it out. You have to figure out again what you want to keep, what you want to get rid of, and it's all very complicated and emotional. Okay, that's where a move manager comes into play, right? A move manager can help come in and help assess where you are right now in terms of where your stuff is, how much stuff you got, and then what your new place is going to look like. So we understand we've made the decision to buy, again, you've made the decision to buy at Ropes and Ranch. You know what kind of house you're going to get, what the square footage is, that kind of stuff. And then the move manager can kind of help you out. Say, okay, we're talking about 2,000 square feet or 2,500 instead of 4,500. We can only fit this much stuff in. What are we going to keep? What are we going to get rid of? What are we going to donate? What are we going to give away to family or friends? Those kinds of things. And that move manager can also help coordinate all of that, so get you into that new place, and more of a stress-free kind of seamless sort of thing going on there, rather than you having to do it all on your own. Now, downsizing is a real challenge, and really a real trial, right? Now, again, this move manager can help you with a lot of these roadblocks. So by the time you move in, your cable's hooked up, your electricity's hooked up, your phone's hooked up, etc. And they can help. They can help and do a lot of these things for you, so you don't have to worry about it on your own. So when you kind of sign the paperwork on your old place, you can kind of go down the block or around the street, or wherever you're going, and turn the key, and you're moved in. Okay, it's the move manager makes it that simple for you. If you're interested in finding out about who move managers are and how to contact them, give me a call, and we can help you out there. Now, how are you going to contact me? Geez, I don't know. Hey, you know what? Right down here next to my name is stevescard.us. Download my card, and it'll have all my contact information on there. You can give me you can text me, you can email me, etc. At the same time, bango, right up over here. We would appreciate it if you went out to YouTube, logged into our YouTube channel. Let's Do Real Estate Texas, and subscribe to our channel. Give you a lot of updates and those kinds of things about what's going on in the world of real estate. It's also a repository for every vlog I've done. So if I did one last year and you were thinking, I seem to remember Steve did this one on for first-time home buyers, and my son or daughter would be interested in that. Hey, they can access the repository there, and they can download or listen to that video from the repository that we have on YouTube. So bam, let's do Real Estate Texas. Appreciate it. Next week, trading down. Well, trading down essentially means downsizing. Interesting video. Interesting research for that video for next week. This is Steve DePoe with the Rose Realty Team. I'm going to bounce.